Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And it's the Hawks to start out. Here's Hudson. Pass to Mutombo. Six on the shot clock. Hudson. Makes it off the glass. Here is Harden. Now, here is McGrady. Here's Olajuwon. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. Now Wilkins. A second chance effort. And it's good on the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Kevin, Mike D'Antoni and I got a chance to talk for just a bit.
Harden outside. And here is McGrady. Clock at 6. Pass to Drexler. Olajuwon. Tries again. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And the layup is up and in.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Here is Korver. The shot is off. Pass to Harden. Now here's Drexler. Now here's Drexler. From 8. Good on the jump shot.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Here is Korver. All sorts of time. That's good.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Drexler. McGrady. Back to Drexler. And he gets the bucket.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
The Hawks trailing. Here's Hudson. Back to Wilkins. Here is Korver. Here's Hudson. Hit it. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. And the Rockets with possession here. McGrady with the ball. Olajuwon inside. McGrady. The 3. And James Harden with the 3.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Hudson. Pass to Wilkins. Drexler defending. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Houston in the lead. Drexler outside. And here is McGrady. And here is McGrady. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Outside Wilkins. Pass to Hudson. 5 on the clock. Back to Wilkins. Lets it go from the wing. The shot is off. McGrady with the ball. Drexler outside. And another three for Houston.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Hudson. Head it. Pass to Hudson. The baseline J. And he gets it to go. He's got 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Back to Drexler. From the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
Here is Korver. Outside Wilkins. Pass to Hudson. This one for 3. Good. Now a timeout called by Houston. Here comes James Harden. Now McGrady. Now here is McGrady. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here's Hudson. He's got 9. Outside Wilkins. From 13, and Atlanta again with the bucket. Here's Drexler. 10 points for him. Pass to Harden. Now here's Olajuwon. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Houston. Here's Hudson. Outside Wilkins. 6 to shoot. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 6 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Drexler outside. Pass to Harden. That's tipped. Stolen by Wilkins. And they're moving it up. And here they go. A reverse. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And here are the Rockets. 3-point lead. Pass to Paul. So here's Murphy. Drexler outside. Traps in the tray. So it's Atlanta now. Now team. And here's Smith. Here's Horford. Out to Smith. Murphy's there. Smith right side. 5 to shoot. And he gets it to go. Here's Paul. Pass to Murphy. Now here's Drexler. Kept alive. Drexler with it. And it's Drexler missing. Smith outside. Now Horford. Beyond the arc. Paul grabs the board. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Rockets making a switch here. And here is Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Paul with the ball. Hayes with it. Pass to Murphy. Millsap grabs the miss. The Hawks trail it. Outside Teague. Here's Willis. Here's Willis. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
He's one of the tougher players you'll ever see. Sometimes he comes away from games pretty banged up, but you'll never hear him complain about it or let it affect his performance.
Simpson fades, and that one's good. And it's the Hawks' ball. They trail by 3. Outside Teague. Horford. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And it's tied up with that one. So here's Murphy. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Paul. Here's Maxwell. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Paul, no good. Now here is Smith. They set the pick. Outside Teague. Horford with it.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
So here's Murphy. Now Paul. Pass to Maxwell. Jacks up a 3, and Willis pulls it down. The basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
A nice shot by Teague.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
So here's Murphy. Back to Paul. Hayes with it. Paul outside. And here's Hayes. And here's Hayes. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And the Hawks making a change here. The Hawks leading. Outside, Maravich. They set the pick. Pass to Teague. Back to Maravich. Launches it. And the shot is good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead and back. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance? So it's the Rockets now. It's a 5-point game. To the inside. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Now here's Rivers. Pass to Millsap. Right side Millsap. Clock at 6. Here's Smith. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Smith with it. Now Hayes. Millsap on him. Hayes in the post. The shot's good from Hayes. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen away. Pass to Murphy. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Smith left side. To the middle. And he jams it with authority. Here's Rivers. Outside Maravich. Here's Willis. Out to Smith. Fires from deep. Second chance shot. Here's Willis. And it's good on the way in. 5 points in the game. Rockets trail. There's the pick. Smith inside. Nice shot by Smith.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Rivers. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Smith outside. They get a hand on it. Shot clock at 5. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Houston with a big group substitution here. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. So it's Atlanta now. Now Rivers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Head it. Again, the Hawks score. And here's Drexler. 13 points in the game. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 15. And the Hawks with possession here. And here's Rivers. Doubled by Smith. Pass to Mutombo. Back to Wilkins. 6 to shoot. Knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Smith. And laid in to finish the break.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Here is Korver. He's all alone. Here's Rivers with it. And he lobs it up to the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam. Houston in the lead. Now here's Smith. They set the pick. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He has 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Rivers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here is Korver. Clock at 6. Hit it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. First one falls for him. The Rockets making a switch here. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Houston with it. 3-point lead. There's the screen. And here is McGrady. 3-pointer. And Clyde Drexler hits from deep. He's got 18.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Pass to Wilkins. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. Back to Wilkins. From 17 feet out. Here's Drexler. 18 points for him. Drexler right side. Here's McGrady. And Houston again with the bucket. Here's Hudson. Here is Corver. Pass to Wilkins. Stolen by Drexler. Fast break. Here we go. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. You look at Clyde. Here's Hudson. He's got 9. Back to Wilkins. Drexler defending. Will it go? Outside Wilkins. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And so it's Houston with it. Harden with it. He's got 6. Pass to Olajuwon. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Olajuwon inside. Here's Hudson. Now Wilkins. Inside. Hit it. And blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now, here is McGrady. Yao. And here is McGrady. Kicks it out to Harden. Drexler outside. Just 5 on the clock. Backs him down. Unloads. Rebound by the Hawks. Here is Corver. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he gets it to go.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Pass to Harden. Now here's Drexler. Back to Harden. And the 3 off target. And that one's good. And the Hawks with possession here. Trailing by 10. Outside Wilkins. Now here's Matum. Outside Wilkins. 6 on the shot clock. Olajuwon with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Drexler. Pass to Mutombo. They set the screen. Hudson. Wilkins with the ball. Can't get it to go. Now, here is McGrady. He has 6. And here's Drexler. Drexler outside. To the paint. Yeah. And that one's good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Hawks making a switch here. And so it's Atlanta with it. A 12-point game. Here's Hudson. He's got 9. Wilkins. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Wilkins, that's good. 10 points for him.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
Now here's Drexler. And that one's good. McGrady.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Here is Corver. Pass to Hudson. Knocked away. Stolen by Harden. Here's McGrady. Back to Harden. Lets the three fly. Good.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Here's Hudson. Pass to Wilkins. Drexler defending. Now here is Horford. 6 to shoot. Tipped away. Olajuwon. Drexler outside. Here's McGrady. And here is McGrady. Clock at 6. Here's Harden. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he makes the first. And the Rockets making a change here. Harden hits them both.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
Here's the screen to stop the run. Offensive rebound. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Now here's Drexler. And good on the basket. Book it. He's got 20.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Outside Teague. Pass to Horford. And lots of fouls. And the first one at the line is good. And the Hawks making a change here. So Horford gets 2. Now Harden. Drexler outside. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. He's got 22.
He is setting his place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
So as we conclude the first half, getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. It's been a clinic so far from Clyde Drexler. There's a screen. Now here is McGrady. Pass to Olajuwon. Baseline try. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Now here's Mutombo. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Now Wilkins. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Wilkins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And so it's Houston with it. McGrady with the ball. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now, here's Mutombo. Here's Hudson. Clock at 6. Here is Korver. From the line. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And here is McGrady. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He's got 10. Here's Hudson. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Wilkins. Buries it down low.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now McGrady. Now here is Olajuwon. Olajuwon inside. He has 6. And that one's good.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. A 3-ball. And he gets it to go. 12 points for him.
And here's another thing I've noticed. You know, sometimes at the defensive end, he'll come out of nowhere to make a play on the ball, blocking a shot from behind when the shooter had no idea he was there.
Timeout called the Rockets. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Atlanta. They trail by 16. Here is Korver.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Here's Drexler. McGrady with the ball. Drexler outside. Drexler right side. No good. Here is Korver. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Hudson. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Wilkins. There's the triple. Another 3 for Atlanta.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
McGrady with the ball. He's got 10. There's the pick. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. Here is Korver. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 7 points in the game.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now McGrady. Drexler outside. Olajuwon. Sinks that one from the post. Here's Hudson. 12 points for him. Atlanta calls timeout. Outside Wilkins. That 3 off the mark. McGrady with the ball. 10 points for him. Olajuwon up high to stuff the alley-oop. Here's Hudson. Back to Mutombo. Pass to Hudson. Wilkins with the ball. The rim-rattling two-handed jam. So it's the Rockets now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Now here's Drexler. He's got 22. Here's Olajuwon. Olajuwon backing down. 6 to shoot. Harden right side. Rebound, Atlanta.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here is Korver. 7 points in the game. Pass to Wilkins. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
And the Rockets making a change here. Now McGrady. 10 points for him. So here's Murphy. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Smith outside. He's guarded by Maxwell. Smith right side. Out to Maravich. Pass to Millsap. And he pings it home with one hand. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
Simply need to just stay the course, Kevin. That's it.
It's been a good course so far.
Yep.
Here's Murphy. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the Rockets making a change here. And so Murphy hits them both. And the Hawks with possession here. It's a 14-point game. Outside, Maravich. Millsap. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
So here's Murphy. And the basket by Maxwell.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And here's Maravich. There's a good screen. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. He's got 5.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
So here's Murphy. Pass to Thorpe. It's deflected. Maxwell. And he gets the bucket. So it's Atlanta now. They trail by 14. Outside, Maravich. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Maxwell. There's the bucket. Good. Now Maravich. 5 points in the game. Smith. Pass to Rivers. And that one's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Smith with it. He's got 6. There's a screen. Atlanta with the rebound. Maravich left side. Up top, Rivers. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Rivers. Hit it. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 10 points for him.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
So here's Murphy. Here's Maxwell. Here's Maxwell. Off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Here's Thorpe. Now here's Hayes. Now here's Hayes. From 6 feet. And that's off the glass and in. Maravich with it. They trail by 14. Pass to Smith. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. He's got 7.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
So here's Murphy. Now Hayes. Just 5 to shoot. Shot's good. And here's Maravich. 5 points in the game. Pass to Rivers. a feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
So here's Murphy. Murphy down low. Good. Now, here is Maravich. Here's the screen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he's got his first free throw of the game. He's off on the first. The Rockets making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. Rockets on offense. Leading by 12. Pass to Thorpe. Back to Drexler. Smith outside. Maravich defending. Now here's Drexler. Clock at 6. Here's Thorpe. Leaps for it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Maravich with the steal. Now here's Rivers. Back to Maravich. There's the block. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Murphy. Cannot hit. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Here is Maravich. Back to Smith. Outside Teague. Teague left side. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Drexler. And here's the fast break. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Great adjustment to avoid the D. That's hard to stop.
Now Maravich. Shot off the pick. And that's good for 2. And here's Houston. Pass to Paul. There's the pick. Clyde Drexler on the wing. Back to Paul. Drills it from outside.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Outside, Maravich. Back to Horford. Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. And yes, sir, that one drops.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
And so it's Houston with it. 11-point game. And here's Drexler. Back to Paul. Pass to Drexler. Can't hit. Teague with the ball. Back to Smith. Smith right side. Horford in the post. Horford's shot is good. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Paul outside. Pass to Drexler. Back to Paul. So here's Murphy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murphy inside. That's blocked. Now here is Smith. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And the Rockets making a change here. Here's Paul. Drexler outside. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Sampson lays it up and banks it in.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 11. Now, here is Maravich. Back to Millsap. Six on the shot clock. Stolen by Drexler. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Paul outside. McGrady. Back to Paul. Pass to Drexler. Shoots it. Again, the Rockets score. Maravich with it. They set the pick. Outside Millsap. Rocket 6. Hits the mark. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Here's Teague. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Now McGrady. Back to Paul. Pass to Drexler. 6 on the shot clock. Sampson. It's blocked. And here is Teague. Here is Korver. Back to Teague. Here is Korver. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
McGrady with the ball. The tray. And here's Drexler.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Here's Drexler. McGrady with the ball. Drexler with it. And that one's good. 26 points for him.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Here's Teague. Here is Korver. And Kyle Korver hits from deep. Houston in the lead. Drexler outside. Now, here is Elijah. So it's Atlanta now. Now here's Teague. Here is Korver. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Here is Korver. Korver, good.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Now McGrady backing in. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And the Rockets making a change here. The Hawks trailing. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. Korver, no luck.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Now, here is And here's Drexler. McGrady with the ball. 6 to shoot. Pass to Elijah. The 9-foot shot. Here's Hudson. And here's Wilkins. Now here's Wilkins. And that one's good. And the Rockets with possession here. Leading by 5. They set the pick. Now here is McGrady. Harden left side. Now here is McGrady. 4 on the shot clock. By himself. Here's Hudson. Here's Drexler. Harden outside. McGrady. Kicks it out to Drexler. McGrady. Pocket 2. Drains the three-pointer.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Hudson. Pass to Wilkins. That's good. Here's Drexler. They set the pick. Harden outside. Pocket 6. Fades back. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. Pass to Wilkins. Here's Willis. Here's Willis. The shot from the low post is good. Now Drexler. Olajuwon. He's covered by Willis. Olajuwon inside. And the shot is good.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Here's Hudson. And it's rejected. Harden outside. Drexler. Good. Nothing but net. And he has 28 points for the game.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Hudson. Pass to Wilkins. 7-foot shot. Oh, that's blocked. Now, here is McGrady. Back to Harden. McGrady. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Here's Hudson. And here is Wilkins. It's blocked. And here's the break. Now, here's Harden. Atlanta calls timeout. For the Rockets. Back to Smith. Pass to Horford. Smith outside. The three-pointer is right on target. Here comes Smith. Paul outside. So we see the Rockets.